Hey guys, so I'm here to a little bit different of a video. I'm going to be showing you unboxing the Monster Hunter board game. This is a very heavy box, and then we have another box just over to my right. So this box houses the core pledge, which is the Ancient Forest, Wildfire Waste, and Cooler Yaku. Now this box actually weighs 10.46 kilos, so it's quite heavy. I had trouble getting it up 2 flights of stairs, but I did it. Alternating boxes. So let's get into the box and show you, so that I can kind of show you how it was packaged. We have had a little looky, so we've got the plastic off, so it's easier for me to show you. So the top is covered by a bit of cardboard. Don't need that, but it's nice little protection. So this is how you'll first see inside the box. So we have the Ancient Forest and the Wildfire Waste. So let's start off with the Ancient Forest because that is the first place you visit in Monster Hunter World. So it makes sense, right? I may have to get this bit of cardboard out so we can get into it. It's quite tricky. There is a tiny box actually just underneath that cardboard. So I might have to get that out first. No, that doesn't want to come out. No, we got it. We got the Ancient Forest. We got it. So this is quite big, as you can see. This is rather ginormous and heavy. I'm not gonna lie. This is the Ancient Forest box. See, it's quite huge. Let me get that open. They are very tight to open and close, so that's a good thing. I do like the box for the Ancient Forest though, because obviously my boy Rafa is on there, so whoop, we gotta love him. So in the top of the box you get kind of the same as the outside of the box. It also actually tells you how to organise the tray, so that's pretty cool. And then this is how you see the inside. So we'll take that tray off the top, which is Rafa's wings. I'll put him together in a second. And then inside we have Toby, Anja, Jagras, and Ratha. So I will show you those more up close. Underneath there are some booklets, so I'll show you those as well. So here is the dreaded, well, my dreaded Anjanath. Whoop. I had issues with Anjanath in my first playthrough, so I'm not a big fan of Anjanath. But I do like Folga. So, yep, there's Anja. We'll pop you back in the box, Anja. We'll get Toby next. I do quite like Toby. So here is Toby. It's pretty freaking cool, I'm not gonna lie. We may end up painting some of these. I hope they'll end up being good. There we go, that is Toby. Toby back. We'll get you little Jagras next because he's a cute boy. He's so small in comparison. I love him. I've fought Jagras so many times, so he is definitely one of my favourites. But he's really cool. And then I will try and put Ratha's wings on him because they're not quite fitting right. So we may have to just shave off some excess plastic. I don't know if anybody else has had this issue if you're watching this and you've got this. I can't remember which side is which either, so I think it's this side is this side. But we will attempt. We will attempt to put the wings on. Okay, that one goes in okay, but I think it's the other side that doesn't go in very well. Ugh. Yeah, this one doesn't quite go in all the way, so apologies, that looks a bit terrible. But here is Rafa. You can see where the wing doesn't quite go in all the way. I think it's just a case of just, like I said, shaving some plastic off. But just so you can kind of see what he looked like. There's my boy. And I absolutely love him. This is the one that we definitely want to paint. So hopefully we can get that done. Right, so there is, like I said, something underneath, so I will grab that out for a second. Pop that over there. So underneath we have kind of the actual stuff that you need for the game. So Ugh, we haven't opened this, but it's all the like parts we need to break out. And then there are some more figures under here. So we have the rulebook, same image as the one that you've seen. We have the quest book, which is quite nice looking, quite a thick book. Then we have some more bits and bobs. Even more bits and bobs. So this one's actually kind of to keep track of what you've got, which is quite nice. I know you can't see it like properly, but it's sort of like the hunter name, the player name, the campaign, Palico, all the ores and stuff you've got, monster parts, all that good stuff. It's pretty good. And then we have the monster boards. So obviously we haven't fully opened that, but if you've seen the book in World, you'll know what they look like. Apologies if you haven't. We do have all the cards underneath there, and I will get these separate figures out to show you in a second. So we have dice and some little black counters. So the little figures we have in here are this one, which I know it won't be massively easy to see, but that is one for a player. We have this one, which is pretty freaking cool. Quite like that. We have this one, which I quite like because a shield and a sword. I am a sword and shield main in World myself. Yes, boo me if you must, but I am a sword and shield main. And then finally, the final figure in this box is this little guy with his choppy blades. It's pretty freaking cool. So yeah, you get some choices, which is nice. So the next box is just as big. Oh my gosh! What I might do is put this box down now because the only little box left is that one that was underneath the bit of card. So I'll show you that one afterwards. But it's specifically just one monster though. So we have the Wild Spire Waste box, which of course has Diablos on the front. Which is quite a test sometimes for some people. I didn't think it was too bad personally, which is funny because I had difficulty with Anjanath, but Diablos I don't recall having difficulty with. I don't recall having difficulty with most monsters personally. Again, until Iceborne. Lunastra was a bit of a pain, but she's not necessarily a main quest, so yeah, Valkana was my Iceborne pain in the bum. She almost got me. So, right, Wild Spire Waste. So obviously it has the image again, but it's obviously, this one's a lot nicer, a lot clearer to see Diablos. So I do quite like that one. And then, similar thing, the wings are on top, you can kind of see Diablos. So we'll get his wings out. Let's actually do Diablos first, because he is a chunky boy. Right, let's get his wings in. Again, these don't quite go in properly either, so apologies for how it looks, but we need to kind of shave it down a bit. Right. Yeah, this one does not want to go in. Does not want to, but I can hold it. But Diablos looks so epic. Like, it looks terrifying. But you can see again where the wings not quite slotting in. But you're going to have these kind of issues, I feel like, with productions of models like this. So that is the wonderful Diablos. Which way is his wing? I put that in a lot easier. Let's put Diablos back and show you the other monsters. This is my partner's fave, Barath. He's actually pretty cute. One year I actually made my partner a Barath cake. It wasn't the most amazing thing, but it was nice to do. Let's put Barath back. Barath, come on, you can go back in, buddy. Can. There we go. Then we have a lovely little Pukey. Who doesn't love getting poisoned all the time? His tongue is so cool on this figure. Just so you can see. It's really freaking cool. I love it so much. Oh gosh. Right, let's get the other monster out. I know not a lot of people are a fan of this monster. I don't mind it at all. I can understand why people aren't the biggest fan, but yeah, it doesn't bother me. We have Gerardus. I don't know how you actually say it, but that's how I'm going to say it. We got the fishy mud boy. I never found any issues with him, but obviously I know some people are not keen on the fishies, which is understandable. I have seen people play like the original games, and the fishies in those games are horrendous, so I do get it. I just never had any issue myself. Let's get those out so we can show you again the stuff in the bottom, because there are extra figures. So again, you've got the kind of board bits on top. It's a similar thing, so there we go. And then Wildfire Waste Quest book, which is same looking, and rule books again, same looking. Another one of these tracker things, and more monster stuff, and then cards again, but I will again show you the other 4 figures in the box. So this one, we have this dude. It's pretty cool. We have this one, which I do like a lot. I feel like I should put my hand behind it. Maybe you can see it more. He's got a big shield and a big stabby. It's pretty freaking cool. Then we have this one. I do like the look of this one a lot. That does look really cool. And then finally in this box we have this guy, which he has a massive weapon. Like absolutely ginormous. Which is cool. We like them big bashy weapons, we do. So that is kind of the main like playthrough stuff. Whoops. I have a feeling there will end up being expansions, depending on the popularity of this. I feel like it was pretty popular, because obviously we haven't got the Rotten Veil, we haven't got the... Oh my god, my brain is going blank. Not Elder's Recess, because the second part that we've got are some Elder Dragons, but there are some missing. Oh, Coral Highlands. So if you were shouting at me Coral Highlands, well done. Yes, Coral Highlands we do not have yet, because we don't have a Kirin. I would quite like a Kirin. Even though Kirin is the bane of my life for platinuming world, because it's the last crown I need, and it decided to update the silver size instead of giving me the gold trophy. So Kirin, the bane of my life, if you see this video, Kirin! So he's in a little box. He has his own rule book and everything, look. Look at that. He has his own rule book with his little Eddystone, his own monster card. And I probably won't get all of these out individually because there are a lot of people in this one. I will show you Kulu, but there are a lot of figures in this one. If you do want to see all of these separately, let me know in the comments below and I will do a video for you of this box extensively. But here is the Kulu. Look at him. Look at this chicken. We love a Kulu. But yeah, just to kind of, I don't want to tilt it too forward in case they fall out, but There's a lot of figures in here, so like I said, if you want to see them all properly, let me know. I'll do a separate video for you of the Kulu-Yaku box. And then, that was the core pledge. Now we are going to show you the box that also comes with the all-in pledge, which is a smaller box. It's still fairly heavy. It's 6.66 kilos, because obviously these are the devil. But here is the box for the all-in pledge as well. So, we have another one of these protective white pieces of cardboard. And then this is how this box comes. Now, this is the bane of a lot of people's life, Christina-Tinyyytinaaa. I'm quite excited for that. And then we've got some hunter stuff in here, and we've got some more stuff under here. So let's get this out and show you guys. Let's just see if we can get Cushy out first, because this is the biggest box ever. Cushy is so freaking such a cool figure. You would not believe. I'm quite excited, but there are only some Elder Dragons in here. There's not like all the Elder Dragons. For instance, like, I feel like the reason they didn't include Lunastra was, like I said earlier, she's not a main quest, you know? Whereas these ones you have to fight. So, are you prepared, guys, for the monstrosity that is Christina-Tinyyytinaaa? I need to put the tail on, because the tail comes separately. Let's get that in there. How do you go in? I'm not sure. I feel like it's that way around, or maybe it's that way around. I think it's that way around. Again, it doesn't quite want to go in properly, so apologies. But let's get Christina closer up for you guys. Like, it's insane. Like, apologies, the tail doesn't quite go in, but like, I think you can still appreciate how freaking cool this figure is. Like, that is terrifying. Actually, in a minute, I will show you kind of a comparison with how big Cushy is versus like a tiny player model. So we'll leave that out for now. Let's get this Hunter's Arsenal box, which is quite heavy. There we go. I believe this is probably a bunch more figures in here, but it's going to be a lot if it is, so we got a bunch of numbers. We have a Hunter's Arsenal rulebook. We have references to do with the weapons. There's a lot in there. Oh, we don't have as many in this one, so I will show you guys these figures. I mean, you can kind of see them anyway. We have this guy you just saw. Pretty cool. Oh, I'm going from left to right in the box as we saw them. This massive, massive choppy chop chop. Oh, he won't go back in the box. He's like, no, I'm ready to hunt. Let me out. This dude with this long, long, long blade. It's pretty cool. Then we have a smashy boy. We have a smashy boy. Time to bonk some monsties. This one, which is really freaking cool as well. Doot 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 doot. And then this huge, huge weapon. This is also really cool. So yeah, that is the Hunter's Arsenal box. And then I have, I believe it's 2 more boxes to show you, which you could not see from looking into the box initially. But underneath this bit, there are 2 boxes. So, First one we have is Nergigante. Love Nergy. Runa Nergy, not so much. So we have some kind of thorny tokens here. You see the other side. We have the Nergy rulebook. We have the Nergy information. And then we have a Nergy in here. So I'll get that out and build that. Here is the amazing Nergigante. Absolutely awesome. I love it a lot. Love that Nergy. Yeah, the one wing doesn't seem to want to go in fantastically well. Also, Nergy is very spiky. I will not lie. Very, very spiky. So if you have this yourself, you probably know, but be careful with it because it's blinking spiky. Now it's getting the wings back in the box. I may have to do that later because that's a pain in the bum. But we will get the final box out here, which is Teostra, the fiery boy. So, yep, we are missing some Elder Dragons, but Kirin is obviously a different area, which we don't have. Same with the Rotten Vale, there's obviously an Elder Dragon there, which we do not have. So, again, we have some different tokens. We have some very fiery looking tokens. We have the Teostra rulebook and the information. Then we have the boy in here. He doesn't have to be built. He is ready-made. Look at him. What a cutie. What a majestic beast we have. Yeah, I really like that figure. I think it's a really, really good figure. Really solid. They are really, really good. I'm looking forward to playing this eventually. I don't know how I get this back in the box. There we go. I am looking forward to playing this eventually. We will let you know how that goes when we do. And when we get the figures properly sorted, maybe I will do another video for that. But like I said, if you wanted to see that box of figures, that was a lot. Kulu Yaku box, let me know. I hope you enjoyed seeing this, whether you did get it for yourself, whether you got part of it, whether you didn't get it. And I will see you guys soon.